Hello and welcome back to Wednesday Fitness. As I promised, I was going to show a video on how I meal prep my food for the first 2 days of the week. And so this is me just meal prepping basically a soup and also meal prepping my smoothies for the next 2 days. So oftentimes a lot of people ask me like, how do you do it, Pearl? How do you have time to meal prep? The reality is I focus on just a couple days instead of focusing the entire week. Now, if you've got that time, kudos to you. One of the things that I think might help people is if you have an Instapot or even a slow cooker, and then you basically pack everything into gallon bags and you stick it in the freezer and you just pull out your meals and you just dump it into your your Instapot, and just let it slow cook until you come back when you're ready. Now, most people have things in the refrigerator that is common to most people, and so just use those. If you can do anything to minimize having to go to the store to get stuff, I highly suggest it. That's what I personally try to do. I try my best not to go to the store if I do not have to, just so then it lengthens your dollar, and also it allows you to not let food go to waste, right? So I basically had onions, carrots, celery, potato, and bell peppers, and I just chopped everything up and threw it all into a pot. If you're seeing the white little cube, these cubes are amazing, by the way. I love using the Trader Joe's minced garlic and also the ginger because it makes life easy. Now, I keep those containers because I end up making them when I have time to put them into a food processor, and I puree everything, and then I just slab it right into those containers and makes life so easy. So I highly suggest doing that. But then again, it just really depends on you. I prioritize my health a lot. I try to do my very best to really hone in on what it is that I eat. And especially if you're like me during the week, if you are hormonal and you have your moments where you're about to get hangry, you don't want to have to try and figure out, well, what am I going to eat when you're hangry? Because one, you don't make good decisions when you're at that state, and you probably aren't going to make the wisest decisions. You might end up picking something that you're regretting later. Oh, in case you were wondering what that white cube is, that is actually frozen coconut milk. I get it from the Asian store. They do come in slabs like that, which I personally like because then you can just break off what you need rather than doing the cans. But it's really all preference. Nonetheless, I also used some herbs to add flavor to this. So you could use, onion powder, garlic powder. I had some miso paste, and I also used the vegan chicken broth as well for this soup. So again, use what you have. Don't try to, go to the store and buy unnecessary things that you may not be familiar with unless you've got the time to learn. But meal prepping is so important because it just makes things so much easier for you during the week, and you're not having to think about, oh, what am I going to eat? Oh man, I don't feel like this and I don't feel like that. But once you see that you have food in the fridge, it's so much easier to just grab and go, right? And so meal prepping for my smoothies, basically I take 4 different fruits and I spread them out between 4 different containers, and I alternate so I don't have the same things going all into the same container. So maybe in one I'll have watermelon and grapes and tangerine, and then maybe in another one I'll have tangerine, grapes, and an orange, or I'll do an apple and an orange, but and a watermelon. I just kind of switch it up so that way it's not the same exact thing, but it has similar things in there. And then the following week I'll switch up my fruit again to something else. So this really was very helpful for me to meal prep. So I hope this encourages you to see that you can definitely do this and it's not as difficult. I say invest 3 hours on Sunday, invest another 3 hours, say, on a Wednesday, and this will enable you to compartmentalize basically your food in a way that helps you during the week, and you're not so stressed out about it. So I hope that this is an encouragement, and thank you guys so much for watching. If any of these videos were helpful, click that like and subscribe button. And also, if you've enjoyed the workouts, please let me know. I really would love to hear your feedback on that. I just feel like, exercise and fitness is definitely, where I'm at, and I hope that it just encourages people to just live a healthy life. And if there's any other questions that you have, feel free to ask me, and maybe I'll make a video on it to answer those questions in our Wednesday Fitness. Thanks again, guys, and with that said, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care. Bye.